Winston sat at his desk, about to do something daring. What he is about to do could cause him to go to jail or to be hanged. Winston lifts up his pencil and starts to write in his diary, a major offense. This lit rebellion inside of him, and it was too late to go back. Hi, I'm Maggie, and I'm an anti-party member. I was very good friends with Winston. I'm here with you today to talk about the sad loss of a great character, Winston Smith. Winston was a brave soul along with a rebellious one. He sadly died at a young age of 39. His rebellious nature showed us how caring and passionate of a person he was. Winston sadly died with no dignity because of his brainwashing, believing in a lie, "I love Big Brother." Winston led a good life along with many events that changed him as a person. He met the love of his life, Julia, and although they had a rocky start, he soon came to love her, and she loved him back. Julia was a life-altering part of his life, and I don't know how he would have turned out without her. Now I have a quote from Winston's life. He felt as though he were wandering in the forests of the sea bottom, lost in a monstrous world where he himself was the monster. He was alone. The past was dead, the future was imaginable. What certainty had he a single human creature now living was on his side? And what way of knowing that the dominion of the party would not endure forever? As you can tell by this quote, that Winston was not in favor of the party, and he was going to do anything to stop them. Now, Winston was a very good piece in our society. Although he was not good for the party, he was a threat. He was very good in our society. He did things that many others were too scared to do. Him and Julia together were people that were hard to fight against when they were together. He brought passion out in Julia as long as bringing out the good character traits in everyone else. Now, Winston was a good soul, but as a good soul does, he also made mistakes. His passionate and rebellious nature also caused him to be selfish. He threw Julia under the bus in room 101 when times got tough. He was also too naive. He fell in O'Brien's trap, and Winston didn't see that O'Brien was for the party and was trying to get him to confess his anti-partiness. Now O'Brien was a heartless and wretched person that was hungry for power and cared only for power and fame. And because of him, we are all today in grief. Another quote from Winston's lifetime. His eyes refocused on the page. He discovered that while he sat helplessly musing, he had also been writing, as though by automatic action, and it was no longer the same cramped, awkward handwriting as before. His pen had slid voluptuously over the smooth paper, printing in large, neat capitals, "Down with Big Brother, down with Big Brother, down with Big Brother, down with Big Brother." This quote is another example of how Winston felt about the society's rules and how he was against everything that they stood for. Winston had so much knowledge inside, and he had to share it. And writing in his diary was the one thing that let him free from everything in the world. Now, I'm very sad that he did not get to write more because I'm sure he had a lot of good ideas for Oceana. Winston was always a passionate and caring person and was always do things to make others better. He always looked out for the future of Oceana by fighting for his rights and fighting for the freedom that they deserved. Winston will be greatly missed but never forgotten. All of his acts have led us to a better society. I just want to say goodbye to Winston, but also goodbye to myself. As for making this speech, I'm going to be hanged or put to death because of my things I have said against the party. Goodbye, Winston, and myself.